Hi friends, it's your girl Becca Sarah. I hope you're doing amazing. I'm doing fine. So today I am discussing Love Island USA Season 6. Yes, this is the spin-off of the original Love Island because the original Love Island is from the UK. Just in case you didn't know, and if you heard, oh, there's a Love Island UK, it's a spin-off. No. The original is Love Island from the UK that has 11 seasons. This has 6. There's other Love Islands as well, but the original is from the UK. So this year we have a couple new things that are new, but this season was drama with the letter D, the uppercase letter D. And I wanted to discuss this with you guys, see what your thoughts were, etc., etc. So there were a couple new things. If you have not watched the original Love Island, they have something called After Sun. So we have the original, we have an episode Monday, Tuesday, no show Wednesday. This is the first week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Saturday is usually a recap that happens. And this season they decided to do something new and finally brought off After Sun, which is a little show that happens at they talk to the Islanders, look what happened in the week, etc., etc. And that was on Saturday nights, and then Sunday was the recap, and then the new week started on Monday. So if you have not seen Love Island, the original, Maura, she was a bombshell in one of the seasons of Love Island, and she was the host of AfterBuzz. I love her personality. She has a great personality. She's Irish. Love to see all the past Islanders and guests that they had. They had Sully from season 4. We had different cast members from Love Island Games and the other seasons of Love Island USA. So it was great to have that brought over. Also, there was a new host this year, Ariana Maddox. She is a big fan of Love Island, so I love that she was able to host. It was great to see her insight and stuff, and I know like she wanted to help the girls, but she can't because of you're not allowed to because of the show. But overall, I think she did a great job. I hope she continues to be the host for seasons on and on. So for me, I always do the bad news first. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. There was a bombshell that became a main cast member this year, and that was Rob. If you haven't saw last season, he is a snake regular, meaning like if you have snakes in your house, you call his company, they take the snakes out. He's really into snakes, bugs, and he's outdoorsy. Yeah, not my cup of tea, but maybe someone else's. I hated his overalls. I wanted someone to burn them. I'm like, do you have any other clothes? Burn them. Get rid of them. Like, wear something else. Wear something else. Like, terrible. And also when it comes to, I'm also going to talk about people's personality and why thought about them and stuff like that. This season also, which I don't mind, but this season had a lot of people from other countries. This never has happened in USA. It's usually like in the USA, you know, anyone in the USA and Canada. This had a couple people from England, a couple people from Australia, which I thought was really, really cool. Where I thought like, oh, they could have went to the original Love Island, but they decided to go to the US one. Okay. So let's talk about the main cast. And I feel like this group of people, they have become best friends for life. And for me, there's the three amigas that I know they're bond for life. And that's Leah, Janae, and Serena. They bonded really, really well. And they have a really strong bond that I feel like that would last a lifetime. I felt really, really bad for Janae because you guys would constantly leave her. And I love her personality. Her personality is fantastic. She has like her bubbliness and like how she is, like happiness is like mine, and we both are the same sign. We're both Sagittariuses, so I feel like her energy matches a lot with my energy as well. So that's what I'm gonna say. So like the whole group, I think, got along really well. Guy wise, when it comes to like the main guys, they are fine. They're okay. We see a really good bromance from the start to the end with Aaron and Rob. They're very tight. They're, like I said, gonna be friends for life. They have each other's back. Aaron, at the beginning, was fine. But like when the season progressed, I saw a lot of red flags, and I'll talk to you guys about it in a bit. But what I've seen this season when it comes to the dudes, and I'm just gonna say this, was they wanted to be approached. Like they're like, oh, they're just sitting there. They want the girls to go to them and stretch their, like, coddle their ego, and they don't come up to the guys, which is like annoying because girls want to get pursued too, you know. So okay, so going back to, we'll start with the initial couples. So Leah and Rob get together. They have a lot in common when it comes to animals. Leah has a lot of animals. She has cats, she has dogs, horses, everything like that. Rob's really good into the nature, so is Rob. So they connect that way. They like each other very, very well. Serena and Cordell, his brother is Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know who that is. That's his older brother. I don't know what team he played. I think he plays for them like going back from memory. Miami football team. I don't even know who they are. I'm the only like American football team I'm interested in is the Steelers. So I don't know. And Cordell said like a lot of people just want to be friends with him or date him because of his brother. And I'm like, I'm sorry for that. It happens. But they come out matching. They're both wearing green, which is very funny. A lot. I remember the first episode they were talking about, because his suit was very nice and stuff. It's like, oh, Cordell, you have really great fashion sense. Like, are we gonna see that the rest of the season? He's like, yeah. And then the rest of the season, I'm like, we literally only saw that fashion the first day. And then other than that, I'm like, okay, so you're not fashionable. So probably the producers helped you with that. So, okay, you're not really fashionable at all. Just a little bit heads up, I am gonna do some spoilers. So spoiler alert, there will be some spoilers, just letting you know, because this is me telling you my opinions. I should have said that at the beginning, but there is gonna be some spoilers. I'm gonna start the spoilers now. So Cordell and Serena end up winning the whole thing, and they matched the last night too. So like the only time I've seen Cordell be like, okay, this dude is fashionable, is the first day that we saw him, and then the finale. Other than that, I'm like, maybe you don't actually have that great of a fashion sense. Maybe it's just the producers helping you. Okay, so another couple that got together is Kayla and Aaron. I lived in Pittsburgh for a long time. I'm from Canada, then I lived in Pittsburgh for a long time. And Kayla is from Pittsburgh. So we're like close. I'm not gonna say specifically where in Pittsburgh, but like where she's from is it's not that far from where I lived. And then Aaron is from England. So he's the first like international person. We never had anyone from England. So from the main cast, and they hit it off. He talks about, okay, I'm just gonna bring out the like things. I'm like, oh, that's cute, and then later on I'm like, okay, this is triggering from like past experiences and stuff, and I feel her, but we'll get into that in a sec. So he talks about how he really likes her, they get along, and they hit it off quite nicely. Things hit the fan later on. We'll get to that in a second. And then we have my girl Janae, and she was paired with a guy named Coy. He was super tall. That's literally all I remember. He was super tall, but at the same time, he's not memorable to me at all. Very not memorable. He, like I said, this is a thing that also happens to Jenny a lot. A guy is coupled up with her and is like, no, and doesn't value her worth, and is like, oh, I want to go talk to this one and go to this one, talk to this one, and talk to this one, and yeah, it was wishy-washy and stuff like that. Very bad overall. Not a great guy. In general, I understand, and we all get like, you're in this experience, you're supposed to get to know other people, get the connections, but like you're not talking to her at all. You guys just couple up and you want to just go off and not get to know her. That is a orange yellow flag. Yeah, that's a flag. It's alarm bells. A lot of alarm bells. So a lot of times on the first day, they sent in a bombshell, and they did. Either it's gonna be a male or a female, and the bombshell is Liv. She is from Australia. Again, another international islander. She's to describe her for anyone that hasn't seen the season, she's very honest, she's very blunt, she's very like say what it is, in your face, honest. That can rub some people off in the wrong way. Some people might like it, some people won't dare, but she is a girl's girl. She is a person. She's a person that, like, if you're her best friend, if you're there, if she's friends with you, she will always have your back. Like I said before, the three amigas are Serena, Leah, and Janae. And then the besties, those are the three best friends. And then the two amigas, or the two besties, are Kayla and Liv. Those two are besties. All the girls are friends, but these ones are like very tight, very with each other, are there with them no matter what happens. They're their go-to, which is great to see. All the girls kill them, but like, oh, this guy did this, this guy did that, da 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 da. These are the girls those are the ones that they go to right there. So when it comes to Liv, when Kayla's dealing with stuff with Aaron, which I'll get to soon, Liv always has her back, and Leah has issues with Rob and Serena and Janae, or Janae one is with her no matter what. So we'll get there. So Liv gets there, she has to pick a guy. She takes Leah's man. See, we're getting there. Rob, which makes So Liv takes Rob, which makes Leah single now. And Leah, because she really likes Rob a lot, doesn't feel too good about it, and that's normal. You like a guy, like someone taking them. It's not the best feeling ever. So she's very upset. She gets into a fight with Rob at one point, and she sleeps outside, and Janae sleeps with her. And then in the future, when she's like, oh, maybe I'll go back to with Rob or give him a second chance. I remember Janae saying this, which is why there was like, if you're gonna try this again, no matter how many times you're gonna try it, and even if it ends well, I'll always be there for you no matter what, which is what a great friend does. And when Leah was like, oh, I don't want to be in the same room with them, I don't want to sleep near them, I'm sleeping outside, Janae's like, I'll sleep with you. again, this is what great friends do. Okay, so another pair that I forgot to mention was Hannah, which is the last couple, and Kendall. They were together. They liked each other. At one point, Hannah was confused with her and another dude that came. And she used the wrong kind of word, which rubbed, which again, we all make mistakes, rubbed Kendall the wrong way, so, which made them iffy a little bit. And then Nicole came in, she was a bombshell, and he chose to be with Nicole, and Hannah got dumped. And when we go throughout the season, I'm not gonna make this super long. So when we go around the season, we see Janae try to, get to know a lot of these guys, and none of them stick because they don't worthy her. This happens a lot with a lot of people. People don't understand your worth or know how lucky they are until they lose you, and they don't value her worth and everything like that. So they end up leaving her for someone else, or because they were completely jerks, they get kicked out because not you picking someone, getting dumb, not dating her, but not you valuing her worth. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Rob and Leah situation. So originally Leah was with Rob, Viv came in, he was like, I'm not really feeling Liv, so upset about that. Then he went back with Leah. Andrea, who's Hispanic, who is from Miami, comes in, heads over heels about her. I don't think he's actually heads over heels about her. I think probably it's more of a lust thing, but whatever. Leaves Leo for that. They have because of what happened, Leah with Andrea, Leah ends up sleeping outside, feeling things are fake, and they get into a big fight. He jumps into a swimming pool instead of talking to her, very cowardly, very ooh is me. And I'm like, you're not the victim. You need to know how to communicate better. And then at one point, literally, Andrea's in the bottom, and it's Andrea and Nicole, the two new girls, in the bottom because again they're new, and usually the original Highlanders want to stick together because they've made a really good bond, and they vote Andrea out because they don't really have that big big closeness with her did they have with Nicole. And she gets voted out, and Rob acts stupid and impulsive because again I feel like he's more lusts over her than he actually likes her and it's if Andrea leaves, I'm leaving too. If Andrea leaves, I'm gonna leave too. if Andrea leaves, and so here was the bottom three for the women. It was Janae. It was, and I'll tell you what the guys said, because the guys were saving one of the guys and the girls. It was Janae, Nicole, and Andrea. Okay, for the girls, it was Janae, poor girl, and Nicole and Andrea, and for the guys, it was Rob, deserving in my opinion, Rob, Kendall, and Hakeem. The guys took out Hakeem, voted off Hakeem, and they're like, because he wasn't very strong with Janae, he wanted to try something else, and we're gonna keep the strong couples here. That was the guys' decision and how they worded. The girls that no way Jose were gonna dump Janae out, and I'm glad they didn't, because Janae was their girl, and it's not her fault that guys are just like, oh, she's ready, and they want to stray and go somewhere else. And then the girls took out Andrea, and a lot of guys were like, oh, it's because Leah has a Leah was the one. Leah was the one that was in charge of the vote, because she didn't like that and Andrea stole Rob, Isabel, and I'm like, dude, see, this is like start of like what I would say, like the big drama, little drama here and there. I would say would be like, the men that decided to be with Janae leave Janae. But I'm gonna say this is the part where it starts the drama. The men be like, oh, why Andrea and Rob were very big on each other. They were really good. Like, they were like in sync. They were together. They were in love. And I'm not in love, but they were very close. And in my head, I'm like, I don't think he liked her. Like, there was like a part of him that he was like, oh, I'm this, I'm like this, he like was like, oh, I'm covering my pillow, I'm putting the pillow on top of my package because I'm getting, hard and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I think it's a lust thing. I think he just has sexual drives. I don't think he likes her. And he's like, oh, you vote out Andrea. You women are horrible. You should have taken Janae out, because Janae, yeah, she's been trying, yes, but like she failed after failed relationship. I'm like, you guys are horrible. No, you can do that in your sense. Why you kept Hakeem, but you can't say how the girls do their stuff, and that's not fair at all. And then again, Rob is like, oh, I'm gonna leave. Oh, you guys said 2 people going home? No, 3 people going home. This is Rob. 3 people going home. I'm like, oh, okay, dude. If you feel that's so strong, then leave. So then he like goes to Andre. He's like, oh, should I leave? He's like, yeah, you can if you want. He ends up. Let's cut this short. He ends up being like, when people are like, in incidents where people are like, it's all dramatic. When people are like, oh, I'm gonna tell on you, and they're like, you're bluffing. I call bluff with Rob always, and he was bluffing. He didn't leave. He just wanted to make a second spectacle. He was just mad because the girl that he really liked at the time got voted off. He stayed the whole time. He ended up in the final. Yeah, this was all stupid. Like, literally stupid. It really... There was no point, like, of all of that. He was just being dramatic. Which is what Rob does the whole entire show. Being dramatic. Like days later, it comes out, oh, I think it starts with the guys. That, and I'm gonna do the reunion as well on this to put everything together. That Leah was the orchestrator of it to get Andrea home, and it was a group group thing, and I think Rob started saying like, oh, Leah said that she had nothing to do with it, she took a back seat, and what Leah meant by she took a back seat was she wasn't the ringleader. She used the wrong word of backseat, and because Rob told Liv told the girls, and because of what Rob said, it started a big dramatic riff with Liv and Leah, because Liv was like, oh, you didn't take a back seat. And then, again, sometimes we use the wrong words, and what we attend, it happens. But in the reunion, it showed, like, all the girls collectively were together. And she's like, oh, and Leah was like, okay, I'm taking a back seat on this because everybody's gonna think, oh, we sent them home. We sent Andrea home because of me. And that's exactly, in the clip that they sent in the reunion, that is exactly what happened. Okay, so, because I don't want to make this a zillion thing long, I'm just going to go over the dramatic parts, because this is going to be already a long podcast. Okay, like I said, I was going to talk about Aaron. I'm also going to talk about Cordell too. And Kendall. So basically a lot of the guys. Because I already talked about Rob. But I'm going to finish talking about Rob and then continue with the other guys. So Rob has 18 lives. He goes in the bottom a lot. And I think it's because we don't think Rob is here for the right reasons. Plus, we don't like Rob. It doesn't matter. But he gets in the bottom a lot. But he's like a cockroach. He never, like, gets dumped. He just gets vulnerable constantly. But never gets dumped. Oh, by the way, just a tidbit. Cassie comes back, and so does Harrison come back at the end with the heart rate challenge. Again, Harrison is also is from Australia. Liv is another person. Like I said, Janae doesn't get a break when it comes to guys. She got Kenny at the end. But another person that doesn't get a fair chance with love because guys don't value her at all is Liv. And it keeps happening over and over again for her as well. And she doesn't end up with anyone, and I feel bad. Okay. So with Rob and Leah, they have a big fallout. At one point, Leah apologizes to Rob. They begin cool, cordial, and then they end up being friends. After that, do I think they're ever going to be back together? No. Should they? No. And that's it. Rob and Aaron are besties. They have each other's back thick and through. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about Cordell a bit. So Serena is I'm trying to get the wording right. She is a slow burner. There you go. Slow burner. It takes her a while to trust people, especially since she's been hurt a lot in the past by guys. So she doesn't trust people. It takes her a while, to be comfortable when she's with a guy. Cordell, they go to Casa Amor. They go to Casa Amor. Okay, Casa Amor is gonna be another topic. They go to Casa Amor, and he brings back Deja, and he's very kissy with her and blah, 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 brings her back. And see, Serena's like, okay, I'm done. You saying one thing, you did the other thing, I'm done. And for me, and she yells at him and done is over him. And then it takes a week or 2 weeks and then comes back to him. To be honest with you, Serena girl, I would never have taken him back, period. Done. But we'll get more specifically to Casa Amor in a moment, because there's a lot of drama that happened in Casa Amor, plus that little incident. So when it comes to that specific incident, when Casa comes, none of the girls recouple with none of the girls that were in relationships before Casa Amor brought back a guy at Casa Amor. All the guys that were with, except for Kendall, we'll get to Kendall in a minute, that were in a relationship before, brought back a girl. And all the girls are pissed because of that. They're like, we were respectful, da da da. And the guys didn't do the same. Again, the guys, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Alright, Kendall, he gets with Nicole. He's spinning with Nicole. Nicole has again, past issues with men cheating on her. A lot of the girls this season have past issues with their men cheating on her. So she ends up with Kendall, when she's there to the end with Kendall. Kendall at the end tells her he loves her. She's not ready for that. She needs to trust him on the outside, see what happens on the outside, and trust him before she can commit to him or not, which is valid. So Kendall, okay, there's more stuff I have to talk about with Kendall, and which maybe that gave me the ick, but it does show that he's a boy's boy, but it gives me the ick, and we'll get that there when I get to the Casa Amor bit. Alright, Aaron. I feel with Aaron, I got why Kaylor was attracted to him. I got that we started as best friends and we become lovers. We saw that how that went, and that was very great to see, and I thought his actions were genuine. He talked about, them meeting each other's families, them getting engaged, living together, getting married, having kids, all that. Rose-colored glasses. I'm gonna say this because Kayla mentioned this at the reunion, and I completely agree with her completely, and I've been there. Aaron love-bombed her so much. Told her what she wanted to hear, everything like that. Destroyed her as a person. Made her very insecure. She left the place different than where she started the place. She didn't think she would find someone here, which is like a great low standard to start. Oh, I might make some friends, and that's how the experience is going to go, which is fine. But yeah, he love bomber. There was a point when they got back from Casa Amor that he was like, she was asking him something and he told her, I love you. And I was like, he just said I love you to shut her up. Like, again, I'm saying this as an experience from someone that has been love bombed. Like, dude, no, he's a cheater. The only way that, I guess, the guilt was creeping in on him, and he knew that he's on live television and the receipts were going to come out eventually, which they did. I love how they did it this season and last season, that they sent the girls a video of how terrible things that the guys were doing behind their back, because they knew those guys wouldn't tell them or sugarcoat it, which is what Aaron did completely. And I'll get to Daniela too, because girl, anyway. And I will say I like Daya better than Daniela in that instance, but we will get to that. Yeah, he constantly love bombed her, tried to get her back. And Aaron, to me, he feels like a guy that he wants his cake and eat it too, meaning that he'll keep you as his partner. He'll have you as his partner. He'll get married, have children, but he will tell you he's going out with his friends, but he's actually seeing another girl and cheating on you. I feel like he's one of those guys. Okay. So I think it is time now to get... Oh yeah, we also get a couple of the other guys. We get one more bombshell. Not one more. We get another bombshell that is also from the UK. So we have a mixture of 2 UK boys. One girl from Australia, one guy from Australia. So we have a sprinkling of international Love Islanders from the UK and from Australia. But let's get to Casa Amor, because this podcast is long. So Casa Amor, the guys go away, and here's an interesting thing. Okay? Here's the interesting thing. They get a message. First time in USA. The guys get a message saying, you can stay. You don't have to go to Casa Amor. You don't have to. Boys, we're giving you a option, okay? You don't have to go to Casa. You guys can just stay here with your girls And this was more for the guys that were in relationships. You can stay here with your girls, have fun, or you can go to Casa. But you know what? It was some of them could stay, some of them can go, or it could be a group effort. And then the guys that were like single would be like, I want to go to Casa. And I understand them saying, I want to go to Casa because they're single. But the ones that were in relationships were like, no, I want to get tested, I want that, let's all go. So they all go. And to the point that that is brought up when they get back. And then Kayla was talking to Aaron and was like, if I was given the option, I would have said, no, I'm staying. And to be honest with you, what broke my heart the most, because I was watching Casa and the horrible things Aaron was doing, which is going to bring me back to more Kayla and Aaron. And she was crying, being like, I miss Aaron. I hope he's not being disrespectful. I hope this, I hope that, I hope. And when they got the video, he was like, that's Aaron. Fuck you, Aaron. Fuck Aaron. It was like, fuck Aaron. Like, but yes, like, he brought her through hell. Okay, so going back a little bit. So this show's gonna put a lot of bombshells in. Again, Aaron has been getting a lot of yellow flags thrown at that come to light. So, like I said, in this show, you're supposed to get to know each other. Be like, oh, maybe I should be with this person rather than this person. And this is what literally peed me off. Was Aaron just, there's a bombshell that comes in. It's fine if Aaron talks to her, Aaron sees if they have anything in common. It's all fine and dandy. It's okay. It's fine. Who cares? But if Kayla does it, it's like, oh, she's horrible. She's this. She's a cheater. She's a heartbreaker. I can't be with someone like that. Terrible. And then if Kayla was like, oh, you're hurting my feelings, blah, blah, blah. Kayla, this is part of the game. This is part of the violence. You're supposed to get to know people. You're supposed to see who you like. But it's not like that. If Kayla does it, he's two-faced. He can do whatever he wants. She cannot. When she does it, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's the worst thing on the planet. But when you do it, it's fine. That is a flashing red flag. Flashing. It's flashing. You know, like when you're on the road and there's like flashing red light. It's like that. It's like flashing. Like, it's like a flashing red, flashing yellow. Like, it's like, wake up. It's trying to, like, wake you up. And okay. And that was literally my thing. I'm like, okay. And I think with Kayla, it's when you're in the situation, and like I said, I've been there. When you're in it, you don't see it. You don't see the red flags. You don't see the yellow flags. You don't see the flashing yellows, and you don't see the flashing reds. You realize that after it's over, and she discussed that during the reunion. So, going back. So, they have been intimate. Kayla and Aaron, they've showered together. All of that. Aaron knows Spanish, which is awesome, which is cool. I'm like, oh, he's bilingual, that's cool. So when he goes to Casa Amor, before Casa Amor, he talks to Andrea before Andrea leaves, and they talk Spanish. Kaylor's a little bit like, oh, maybe he. But again, Andrea ends up picking Rob, and then a couple weeks later, when they're doing it, ends up getting sent home. Okay, this is another thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna bring this up later, which is a little weird, but whatever. They get together more. Aaron gets really close to Daniela. Again, Daniela is another Latina. They speak Spanish together. Every time anyone speaks Spanish, there's subtitles. He's very sexual with her. He does the handshake that he does with Kaylor with her, which is like, what's wrong with you? And this is the part where I'm gonna go back to Kendall. Kendall is like, yeah. He's like egging on. No, you know what? No, I'm just gonna do it in complete what he does. Kendall, he's friends with the girls. And he's horrible with being friends with girls. And the girls bring this up to him after they see all the video. Kendall is hyping all the guys up. Kendall is hyping Cordell to, I guess, I would say cheat, China, or like mess around or be very intimate and bring back to the guys. He's not friends with the girls. That's all I'm gonna say. He's not. Because if you were friends at the girl best interest and they said that to you, I was like, I thought Kendall, they'd say that to them. And Kendall, I thought you were my friend. Because a friend wouldn't do that to me. Like, cheer on and make sure, like, oh yeah, cheat on. Oh, Kayla's not here. Okay. Oh, Serena's not here. Like, no, you don't do that. That's terrible. Okay, so Kendall, we'll start with what he does with Aaron. He's like, so Kendall is with Rob and Cordell. They're sitting far away, and then Aaron and Daniela are having a conversation in Spanish. Aaron's touching her leg. He ends up kissing her, being like, I really, really like you. I really, really want to kiss you. Before he kisses her, I really like you. I really want to kiss you. I want you. All these things. Okay, love bombing. And also, like, he's attracted to her. They end up hooking up. All those stuff. And eventually, like, afterwards. But during, like, the whole, like, them talking Spanish, and they see, like, oh, Aaron's getting really close to her. He's like, oh, bye-bye, Kaylor. There's not gonna be no Kaylor. He's not talking. Oh, he doesn't have Kaylor in mind. Bye-bye, Kaylor. That's rude and mean. You don't care about the girls at all. And then when Kendall's in the back and he sees Cordell with Delilah. I might be pronouncing her name wrong, and I'm sorry about that. But he was like, yeah, go Ken. Kendall's like, yeah, go Cordell, like, kiss her. Then I'm making out. Da-da-da-da. And he's all for it. And I'm like, you're a terrible person. Like, no, to be honest with you, Kendall is the friend. Like, when you're dating someone, Kendall he has his boys back 110%. Kendall is the friend of your partner that he has your back. So you're like worried, like, oh, if it's something that he might be cheating on me, or that. He was like, no, he's not cheating on you. Like, no, he's not cheating. Nah, no, he's not. He was hanging out with me. He's like the, like, if you guys ever heard Sierra's Like a Boy, when she's like, my dad told you I was with my crew when I knew it wasn't true. That's Kendall. Like, Kendall's the one that, like, oh, where was so-and-so? He was like, oh, he was with me. He wasn't. He was with some other girl. That's Kendall. He literally will hide the fact that his guy friend is cheating. He's not helpful. He will be friends with you, but when it comes to, like, oh, his dude cheated on you, he won't tell you. And then you'll find out, not from Kendall, by someone else or whatever, or they do find. You're like, I asked you what happened, and you lied to my face. So that's why a lot of the girls are, like, not friends with Kendall anymore, because he doesn't care. And then he apologized, but I don't feel like the apology is sincere, and the girls don't feel like the apology sincere. Okay. We get back to Casa Amor. Again, this is all dramatic. And then Kenny, he's one of the new ones, is, like, talking to the girls, leading a lot of the girls in Casa Amor on, leading Janae on, leading a lot of people on. Like, he can't make up his mind. He ends up bringing a girl home. Janae was like, and then the girls were like, oh. He was like, which literally I'm like, that's really belittling the girl you brought home. He was like, I brought her home to see which relationship is stronger. Like, at the end of the day, I want to be with Janae, but I wanted to bring her for her to see if maybe we can have. And I'm like, no. So, okay, so you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. You can't be like, and the girl's like, you're not making sense. You wanted to bring her home, bring her here, but you want to still be with Janae. And then, like, he's like, no. So you want her? And then he's like, well, no, I want Janae. Then why you brought her back? He's like, dude, no, you can't have your cake and eat it too. No, this is the men we're dealing with. And then, to be honest with you, this is what piss. So, alright. So, Kaylor knows everything that Aaron did, and we all thought, like, Aaron was gonna bring back Daniela. He didn't. Rob did. Again, this makes no sense. And he's happy, and they're like, no, you should have just brought a girl back. And why is your best friend having the girl? Because it's fishy. Back. Like, it doesn't make no sense whatsoever. We knew what happened. They yell at Aaron, well, when he's well deserved, like, you did this. She was sleeping outside with the bugs. She doesn't like bugs, crying for hours, and you didn't care about her at all. And then there was one point where she saw the video. She was like, fuck, Aaron. And he heard it because he ran around. He's like, oh, that's Kaylor. I'm like, yeah, it is Kaylor. And so here's the situation. So when Cordell was making the decision whether to bring his girl back or not, he was like, oh, this is easy. I don't have to, like, I know she likes me off the bat. It's not hard. Serena's a slow burner. She's like tiptoe. She's making sure you deserve her before she's like. So don't be an a-hole like that. Like, I know she does. So he brings her back, and he's like, well, Serena, I still like you. I want to still get to know you, and I want to get to know Dania as well. And she's like, no. You made sure. No, you got to know her then. Like, if you wanted Serena, you would just. And I agree with Serena, and she's like pissed off. Don't talk to me. Get away. Bye. He brings her breakfast. He's like, in his face. And to be honest, yeah, you were disrespecting her. Get away from her. What I like what Dania did was she told Serena everything. She's like, he kissed me, told me he really liked me, wanted to continue things with me, knowing me, reassuring me, told her everything. We kissed, we did this, we did that, we did X, Y, Z. Which I say is a girl's girl and someone that has your back. Daniela, on the other hand, which is what I like. On the other hand, I was like, yeah, we kiss, we hold hands, that's it. And she was talking to the girls from Gas that came back and was like, I've admitted a lot. I should have told her all of it. And I'm like, yeah, because that would have been a girl you had her back and you told her everything. Why are you admitting stuff? I'm the kind of girl that's like, my issue is with him. The person I'm dating. He disrespected me, like he cheated on me. That's who I have an issue with. I don't have an issue with the girl because you don't know our relationship. No, you have to tell me everything. Why are you admitting stuff? You're supposed to have my back. I feel like girls should have each other back. We shouldn't be against the other girl. We should be against the guy. Or whoever did it to us. And for you to admit stuff, and then we see there ends up being a movie night where all the clips come out, and then Kayla's like, oh, you didn't tell me that. And then she goes to Danielle. I'm like, you could have told me that. I asked you to tell me everything. You could have told me that. I still don't have an issue with it, but like, you should just tell me that. Like, you wouldn't hurt my feelings if you told me that. And that's me being like, and then when we come from the reunion, we see that Kayla and Aaron get eliminated because the world does not like seeing Kayla be treated horribly by this guy that's belittling her, love bombing her. I feel like you didn't vote for her, especially girls that been different. And she's like, we broke up a couple hours later. I saw the whole show. Then you told me that you had sex with her, you did this with her, this and that with her. You left a lot of things out. And of course, Rob is like, and all of us like, Rob, shut up. We know you are his best friend. You're going to about, and no one wants to hear you. Like, we get it. Like, you best friends. A thing I'm gonna mention real quick when it comes to Rob and Aaron, they're gonna be best friends for life. I'm fine with that. Is Aaron and Rob, I feel like they have this kind of the same type because they both liked Andrea and they both liked Daniela, so they both probably like Latinas, but also like, why would you accept? Because I feel like Aaron was like, can you bring Daniela back? Because if it goes south with Kayla, then I have a second option. He was like, yeah, I'll do that for you. Which I think is really weird. Don't do that. Don't do that to girls. Make him a second option. It's weird. And B, it's weird. Why would you? It's weird. Their friendship is weird. Anyway. Overall, really weird. So again, there's a lot of drama when it comes to Aaron and Kayla Kayla's parents are really mad. Friends and family are really mad at Aaron and what he did to her. So is Serena's loved ones with Cordell, and they're like, you and I, but she forgave you. Will accept you. She accepts you. Both the little girls said, and then I love how Serena's sister was like, I love Leah. She was like, I love Leah and Janae. They're my sisters too now too. And then Serena tells the girls that I was like, da, da, da. But when Liv left, it really hurt Kayla, because they're besties, and she's like, she was with me to everything, and I can't go with it without her. She's like I'm the person that I talk to. So overall, like, relationship wise, like when it came around Rob, when it came around Aaron, and when it came around Cordell, and even Kendall, those 4 guys, anything around it was drama. Those were, I don't know if, to be honest, those guys were in it, came in the show for followers, or for the right reason, for drama, or whatever. But they made this show really, really dramatic, really. What I would say is now Kendall and Nicole, they are no longer together. Same with Kayla and Aaron. Thank goodness for that, because Kayla deserves the world. And by the way, they were Nicole and Kendall were in 4th place. Janae and Kenny were in 3rd, and the runner-ups were Leah and Miguel. They were in 2nd. So it was a really dramatic season. If you're into reality TV, I would check the season out. And something like so with Ariana Madix and Maura Higgins, I loved all their outfits. Really great. Looked amazing. Love that. The season was really good. I feel like it's a really good overall. I love Love Island, the original one, which is the UK, Love Island USA, Love Island Australia. Those are the only 3 that I have. I know there's other ones for other country, South Africa, etc. But I've only seen Love Island, the original one, which is the UK, Love Island Australia, and the Love Island USA. If you haven't seen them, any Love Island, I would check it out. It's a good show to watch with your girlfriends, your significant other. Great, like, get food, wine, discuss. Check it out. It's really good. It always happens during the summer, so May, June, July, August. So it's a great thing to watch during the summer months. The spring, end of the spring to the summer, with whoever is okay with watching it. I hope Ariana Madix does the next season, because she did amazing, and Maura, they do AfterBuzz next year, and do Maura Higgins. I love Ian, who is the announcer. These couple seasons, he was the announcer. To be honest, he's the announcer for the UK, and now he does the UK and USA, and he does great. Love Island USA, just letting you guys know, it's on Peacock. The first 3 seasons are on Paramount, and also Netflix, and then if you want to watch UK, it's on Hulu. Also, I'm going to tell you who was the host for all of them so far, because we have had 6 seasons. So the first 2 seasons, so season 1 and 2. Oh, sorry. Yeah, seasons 1, 2, and 1, 2. Yeah, I want to make sure I get these right for you guys, so you guys know everything correctly. So seasons 1 to 3, the host was Ariel Vandenberg, and she did a good job. To be honest, all the hosts did a good job. And then Matt Huffman was the announcer. He was like the voiceover. He did a great job as well. He was funny. Ian is also funny. Ian Sterling was also funny. Is also funny. And they did seasons 1 through 3, and that was on Paramount. Season 4 and 5 were hosted by Sarah Hyland, and then I would just say from seasons 4 onward were Ian Sterling. Did great. Last season, a couple of last season and this season's, but I would say like last season there was I'm trying to get his name. Give me a second. Really disrespected Sarah, and I feel like that's probably why she did not return. And I don't want to say the wrong person's name, so give me a moment. Okay, so Mike really disrespected Sarah when it came. He was in the bottom with Leo and another guy. They were in the bottom 3, and he really. Oh yeah. So it was Leo, Mike, and Kian. And I really couldn't stand Kian because he disrespected KK so bad, and I wanted him out all the time. We're in the bottom 3. And like I said again, Keenan really disrespected his partner during Casa War and the whole season in general last season. And Leo disrespected. So, like I said, Kian the whole season disrespected KK continuously, and I wanted him out. And Leo disrespected Casey in Casa Amor. So we have a trend going on. Again, those couples aren't together anymore. So what? Those were why they were. Those two were in the bottom, and this is usually what happens. The men that disrespect the women, or the women that disrespect the men, they end up in the bottom when they would come back from Casa to be eliminated. So those two were in the bottom. Keenan was disrespectful in general. Mike was disrespecting Sarah Hyland so much, to the point like Leo wasn't doing it, and to the point Leo had to apologize for him, which I know Mike wasn't gonna apologize at all. So that's why I'm feeling like Sarah's like, nah, I'm not gonna deal with disrespectful men talking to me however they want. And plus, she was, after the show, Sarah Hyland was engaged, and then after the show was done, she got married. But I think it's really good to have like a host that's like watched the show and a big fan of the whole franchise as the host, which is really good. And to have like someone that was in the show to be trying to have after buzz. I will continue watching Love Island. I'm a big reality girly. I watch reality TV to relax, and I watch a lot of them. I watch Love is Blind. Yeah, I watch Love is Blind. I watch Love Island, The Ultimatum, a lot of the Netflix, Peacock, Paramount. I watch Jersey Shore. A lot of reality TV is what I watch, and I love watching it. So these are my thoughts, my opinions. I did some spoilers. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy this long podcast. I hope you were listening to this like while driving to work or working out, had a meal, snack. This is literally the longest podcast I've done. And have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.